Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode number 25 of Post Finem with me, MOTDF. So I wanted to do a quick apology. I had a little bit of an internet issue yesterday. For some reason, my Curse client wasn't being able to connect to the internet, and so it was having issues downloading some pack files for this mod pack, it said. I'm not really 100% certain why, seeing how there wasn't an update or anything like that. So I think there was just a little bit of an issue, but I managed to fix it yesterday. I just ended up running out of time in order to make a video. I do, however, have a lot of stuff to show you guys, and first things first is I want to take a look inside of our quest book. I really want to start working on big power probably in this episode and maybe a little bit into next episode, because I want to set up a large reactor. After raiding all of those blaze hives, we had a really large supply of uranium, and that allowed us to make a decent amount of yellorium ingots, which we need in order to make this guy, or rather these guys, I should say. Also, I want to definitely take a look at this fabrication machine. It's the same as a what's it normally called? I don't remember. It's a forestry machine. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the name that is usually used, but in this mod pack it's been changed to the fabricator. And we're going to need this in order to start working on a lot of the higher tier stuff, because a lot of the higher tier machines and stuff like that need components that are created inside the fabricator. So that's definitely something we want to look at, because we're wanting to get into this stuff. I mean, we only have 2% complete in the advanced tech tree. So, yeah. Also, I have been grinding a lot between episodes, so I definitely have killed 100 zombies. So why don't we go ahead and claim that rifle clip, and then the rifle clip again, and once again the rifle clip. Now this is really nice because this gives us a really good source of hearts, right? Now we're up to 14 lives, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. And now I have been getting those kills from our mob farm because I finally got it set up and running. So I had to put in this little half slab here because the baby zombies and the baby skeletons and the whatchamacallits that spawn from gravestone kept jumping out at me, and yeah, it just wasn't working for me. So by adding this, I could still attack and get the drops that come out of this, and I can get all that really great experience and all of the loot. Now, I said I've been grinding a lot off camera, right? I haven't been lying. Look at this, guys. We have our dark steel armor all set up. That's right, guys. I spent a lot of time working on this, just to do all of the base level upgrades and stuff like that for the dark steel armor that I've done. I had to use something like 500 or 600 levels. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of grinding. But let me just show you this, guys. Normally you can only jump one block, right? I can jump all the way up here, because if we take a look at my boots, it has just jump 3. So I can triple jump, which allows me to climb things that I probably otherwise wouldn't be able to. Also, I have night vision on my helmet, so I can turn on and off night vision. Kind of made all these torches completely superfluous, But it does block spawning in and around my base, which I did because our mob farm wasn't producing things fast enough for me to kill, because at nighttime there would be mobs that would spawn up here, and it would block spawns because it was taking up taking up part of the spawn count. Then one other thing. Yes, this has a glider. So now I can glide around, and the glider is attached to the dark plate, and the dark plate goes in our chest slot just like our whatchamacallit, our jetpack does. So we cannot use our jetpack, but I do have our jetpack and our backup armor in here. Now, I am still working on getting enchantments on these guys and my armor using our enchanter. So I am still having to grind the levels and stuff like that. But yeah, we've gotten a lot of headway in this, and they're all fully empowered. They are all protection 4, which is the highest level protection. I do want to get unbreaking on them, because that'll mean that when I do take damage, the durability will go down significantly slower. And I do have unbreaking 3 on both my pickaxe and my axe. I also have efficiency 5 on both of them. And then I have sharpness 5 on the sword. So yeah, we've got a lot going. Got a lot going on. I still have not been able to get our soybean seeds. I have been trying for days, literally days now, guys. Literally. I also started this little area here in order to grow some netherrack. Or not netherrack, netherwort. Because I had said previously, right, that there wasn't any potions in this mod pack. Well, I was wrong. It's just not in NEI. You can still brew potions, it's just not in NEI. And this does not want to let me through. Does my helmet make me an extra half block tall? It must. Alright, so let's put this back in so these continue growing. If you are growing netherwort, I will tell you this much. It needs to be completely dark, but it also has to have the block above it be airspace. I spent a good probably 4 hours trying to figure out why my netherwort wasn't growing, and that was because I had this bottom row around it, and then I put half slabs over the top. That way the light couldn't get in, but I could still see in. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It needs to have an air block space above it. Anyways, why don't we take a look at what it takes to make the fabricator. There we go. So this requires a capacitor from Flan's mod, a microchip tier 1, a transistor, some redstone, some steel, and a machine chassis. This is actually a lot of crafting, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and craft this stuff up off camera, and I will bring you guys back in when I get it all done, and we'll take a look at the fabricator. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am a little bit overheating right now, but that's okay. So I went ahead and made all the components for this fabricator, and let me tell you, these things are not easy to craft. So transistor takes 2 polymethyl methacrylates, 1 carbon black, 1 germanium element, 2 silicon elements, and 3 copper elements. And I went ahead and I made a stack of those guys. I also made a stack of the transistors and a stack of the capacitors, because I'm sure I'm going to need more of these. But yeah, the microchip is also pretty expensive. Well, not expensive, difficult to craft. And, well, we've taken a look at the capacitors before. It's, again, not the easiest thing in the world to craft. But that's okay. We got it all done. We got our fabricator ready to go. We put it in our crafting grid just like that. Let me go ahead and grab that guy out. Now, I don't know if I can just put this up against the wall and have that be power. Okay, I can. This automatically withdraws from this. Do I still have... I don't have any more redstone in that. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to need to get some more redstone in that. Anyways, so this fabricator is going to be really, really useful. So, like, if we take a look at the uses... Okay, I can't look at uses. Well, I do know that it's useful for a lot of things coming up. I need to go cool down a second. And why don't we take a look at our quest book? Come on. There we go. There we go. Fabrication completed. 1 unclaimed reward. So this is going to give us a resin capsule, some solder, and then we get to choose what else we want. Seeing how I have the mob farm downstairs and I can reliably get hearts from killing the pigmen and the zombie pigmen that are in there, I'm not too worried about hearts anymore. I am, however, not certain which is more useful, whether it be the resin capsules or the solder. And I have a feeling it's probably the resin capsules, because I can usually craft these, even if it does take a little bit of time. So why don't we just go ahead real quick, take a look at what a resin capsule costs. R-E-S, not R-E-I. There we go. Resin capsule. How do I make resin? I would need a squeezer, and I would need to squeeze. Ooh. And that's only 50 millibuckets? Wow. I wonder if it's only spruce wood, or if it's any type of tree. But needless to say, this is definitely the more difficult thing to get, even above and beyond what I had originally thought. Because let's look at what solder is real quick. Yeah, it's just some lead and some tin, and I haven't used lead for anything yet, and I have a really big abundance of tin. Like, I have 12,000 tin and 3,000 lead. So I should be able to make solder if I need it. Definitely going to take the resin capsules. Definitely. So we'll go ahead and claim that. And that opens board yet. The best way to make circuits is on a printed circuit board. You will need a lot of these for creating circuits. So it wants me to make a raw circuit board. I am assuming this is going to have more than one step. How do I make a raw circuit board? Raw circuit board. Ooh, green dye. Gold and clay. Well, we are in a bit of a pickle because I don't think we have that much clay. We can make it with kaolinite, but our silicon levels are really, really low. So I might have to grind up some silicon off screen. But yeah, our silicon levels are pretty low after crafting up all that stuff. I only have about 1,000 silicon left. So we're going to have to be pretty cautious going forward as far as that's concerned. But why don't we see if we can make one of these guys, just the one. Why am I in that? I want to look at this. So a block of clay, a gold nugget, and a cactus green, or some type of green dye. The cactus is a little bit concerning, but I should be able to crossbreed and get some cactuses that way. And then I can just grow cactuses and get cactus green. All that I want. So that should update that. And then it wants cooked circuit boards. Okay. How do I get a printed circuit board? Well, actually, I probably should just look at uses. Not there. Uses. Oh, okay, so I just smelt it up. Okay. So that's, again, not too bad. Not too difficult. Come over here, toss the center alloy smelter, and we're good to go. Cooks up really quick, too. There we go. And then we are all set. And now it's offering to give us some more transistors, some more capacitors, an AB9 clip, or a half heart. As I said, we're not really hurting for hearts anymore. We don't even use the AB9 anymore, so it's either going to be the capacitors or the transistors. And honestly, the bigger pain to craft is the capacitors. So we'll go ahead and toss the printed circuit boards in there, the capacitors in there, and the solder, and the resin capsule. Whoa, wait. This has a use? Oh, no. No. Okay, if I put it in there, it doesn't decay. Okay. I'm so glad I noticed that. I would have been so salty if I came back and I was completely out of resin. We're definitely going to have to look at getting the squeezer, though. Get a squeezer set up, and, oh, I forgot to take my sword out of here. Definitely going to have to look at trying to get the squeezer set up in order to be able to make more of that. So actually, why don't I do that now? Why don't I look up what the squeezer costs, and I will come back to you guys in just a second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, the squeezer actually is pretty cheap, pretty inexpensive, and I don't know if it needs RF or not, but either way, that's not too bad. So all you need is a sturdy casing, 2 pieces of glass, and then 6 tin ingots. Tin is used a lot in forestry, just so you guys know. Anyway, so the sturdy casing is just some bronze in the same shape that you would use to make a chest if you were doing it out of wood. So why don't we go ahead and craft that up. I only need 1, I do not need 2, but thank you. And we'll go into this, and we'll grab out that squeezer. We'll stick it right there. It does require RF, so we'll go ahead and spare RF there. And then I think it just needed wood, right? Right. Now it did say specifically spruce wood, but why don't we check with jungle wood, because that's kind of what we're growing right now. I really hope that it will work with more than just... Oh. Is it really just spruce wood? Uh-oh. Let me see if I can figure out how to make a spruce tree. If I remember correctly, we can craft them in the chemical synthesizer. But I'm not certain. But give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I was correct. You can make spruce saplings in the chemical synthesizer. All it is 2 chlorophyll with cellulose on top. So I'm going to go ahead and make 4 of these guys. That way I can make a 2x2 tree. And it is nighttime outside. So let's go ahead and plant this real quick. And then let's see if I have any bone meal left lying around. I don't know if I do. I don't. There we go. There we go. And actually, this is a really good time that I can show you exactly what this dark axe can do. So if I hit shift to take a look, if I sneak while harvesting, I can cut down multiple logs. So shift, harvest, look at that. The whole tree comes down. Super nice, super nice. And I actually got enough for another. Come on, here we go. The step assist on this armor is sometimes annoying. But there we go. We have some spruce woods. Actually, we have a decent amount of spruce woods, too. So let's go over to the squeezer and see if we can't squeeze that into some resin. Squeezer? Squeezer, squeeze it? Yes, there we go. There we go. Alright, so it does specifically need to be spruce wood, which means I'm going to have to start growing spruce trees. Upon completing the Board Yet quest, we opened a ton of new quests. Specifically this guy here, which is the Metallurgic Infuser. This is something I've been wanting to get into really bad, because Mechanism has some really good passive power generation devices, like windmills and things like that. So that's actually what I think I want to work on next. Let's look it up. What is it called? No. There it is. The Metallurgic Infuser. So what this needs is 2 basic control circuits, some electrical steel, some osmium ingots, and a machine chassis. So that's not too bad. I don't... Oh, I spoke way too soon. I spoke way too soon. So we need to make the circuits in the fabricator using 4 osmium, a transistor, a microchip, a capacitor, and a piece of redstone, and the printed circuit board. Aha! And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where things start to get difficult. Let me craft this up off camera, and I'll come back to you guys in just a second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to go ahead and make the last of this guy. And I think that should be everything. Yes, there we go. And it's going to make another printed basic control circuit. It does take a few seconds, but it's not too bad. And it uses 100 millibuckets of resin each time it does the crafting. So there we go. And the rest of this is pretty straightforward. Electrical steel, osmium ingots, a machine chassis. I can do all of this off camera, and I'll come back to you guys when it's finished. I just wanted to show you guys how the fabricator works. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. So let's go ahead and craft up this Metallurgic Infuser. We need this in order to make the metals that are unique to whatchamacallit? Mechanism. That's what we call it. Toss this guy up there for now. And then I can set this to spare power to it. There we go. And so, like, I can use this to make steel. I can use this to make lots of things. This machine is super useful, guys. If you ever want to get into Mechanism, you're going to need one. You're actually probably going to need like 8. Let's be honest. Because this thing has so many uses that you're going to be wanting to do multiple recipes at the same time. But I think for right now, I think we'll just stick with one. And so it did complete the crafting recipe. Oh, well, actually, let's read the quest real quick. One of the largest and successful corporations was Mechanism Inc., where they specialized in supplying the machines and processes to factories that made just about everything. Most of their technology relied on the products of their Metallurgic Infuser. So yeah, like I was saying, the Metallurgic Infuser is like the keystone machine in Mechanism. Super useful. I am going to take the osmium block because, well, we don't have a whole lot of osmium. It's pretty rare, for one, and for two, you can only really get it from breaking down things like netherrack and soul sand. I think you can get it from soul sand. I might be wrong about that one, but I know you can get it from netherrack. But yeah, we're definitely going to need more of this. It's used in pretty much all of the Mechanism machines. It's hugely important. Oh, there we go. Check that out. This wants us to make a charge pad. One of these charge pads will allow you to quickly charge your batteries. That's really nifty, guys. It's really nifty. So the charge pad is actually really, really nice. It actually says I already have made one, but I haven't. I haven't. I have not made one. I don't know what that's talking about. So this might be something that we look at next time. It's really useful. You place it on the ground in front of like one of these guys. You have power spared to it. And then what you do is you just walk up to it, and it charges everything in your inventory, like your dark steel axe or your armor or things like that. It's hugely, hugely, hugely useful. It also is a charging station for your robots, which is what this is. Not to be confused with a robot. It is a robot. And the robot can be programmed to do all sorts of really cool things, like harvesting your vegetables and putting things away for you. It's a really useful little tool, but it does require a little bit of work to get it. And I don't know that we're going to be working on getting the robot anytime soon, but I definitely want the charge pad because it'll be way more convenient than having to, take off my armor, stick it in the capacitor bank, and then put it back on. You walk up, you step on it, your stuff almost instantly charges. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Very useful. Let's take a look, see if we have soybean seeds. We don't, of course not, because why would we get anything nice? Yeah, I do not know why I am not being able to get soybeans, guys. If anyone knows, please leave me a comment. But I think we are going to wrap up the episode there. We got a lot of stuff done. We got a lot of stuff done. And we got a lot of stuff to look forward to. Yes, indeed we do. This wants us to start getting into applied energistics, which is really nice. I actually don't know what this one is, but I'm sure it's useful. This gets us into mechanism. But I think this is probably going to be something we look at before we work on progressing towards through mechanism. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you didn't, please feel free to comment telling me what you think I could do better in the next episode. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.